The scenarios presented in the following video include paid actors and do not represent any actual client experience. We live in a fast-paced world with more and more investment choices. How can you manage the money you have today? How can you plan your financial future?
I'm always concerned about money.
I've always had a clear plan for my business, but I had difficulty developing that for my personal financial situation.
I've never had to manage financial decisions by myself before.
Would we have enough when we retired?
What happens when we don't work and we're not making any income?
I don't have the time or the discipline.
There's so many ways you could go on investing. How do you choose the right way?
HD Vest was founded in 1983 to support a growing network of tax professionals who help families just like yours plan for their financial future.
Really, our mission is all about helping clients retire, helping them put their kids through school, and helping them plan so that they can avoid some catastrophic event. Today we have over 350 employees here that are all professionals, that are all trained to support tax professionals, financial professionals who ultimately take care of those clients on a daily basis. We have almost 6,000 advisors across the United States in all 50 states. We manage over $16 billion in client assets. And 3 years ago we were actually purchased by Wells Fargo, so we're a wholly owned subsidiary of Wells Fargo, and of course that gives us the financial strength that we need to help our clients.
The HD Vest investment process centers around a personal relationship with your advisor who helps you develop a long-term, disciplined strategy and helps you avoid the pitfalls that many individual investors experience.
They take the hottest stock tip of the day. They get tips from their brother-in-law. They're not really focused on a disciplined strategy. They're looking for the hot stock of the day, the hot investment of the day. And what we're really focused on is helping those clients, helping those consumers find an advisor to help them really develop a discipline so that they can retire in financial dignity. So the power of that advice, of that professional advice, is really immeasurable.
Your financial goals and personality are critical factors in developing an investment strategy. HD Vest Advisory Services utilizes a time-tested 5-step process to determine the appropriate portfolio for you. First, we work with you to determine your unique investment objectives and time horizons. We develop an asset allocation strategy best suited for your objectives and acceptable risk. We then put your portfolio to work in assets that fit the strategy. We monitor your portfolio over time and periodically rebalance the assets to maintain the initial investment targets. And finally, we provide one-on-one service to report your investment performance and assess changes in your life that could affect your long-term strategy.
When we first sat down with our advisor, we were a little bit surprised, I think, about how much she wanted to know about us and our life. It wasn't just, what are your kids' names, or what street do you live on? She wanted to know what we had envisioned for ourselves. I'd like to know about the real estate.
I think it's important that I know a lot about their background, their families, their lifestyle, what they're hoping to achieve, because that helps me then to be able to help them.
You're going to working for us.
One of the biggest problems that I find that many people make is to let emotions get in the way of their investing decisions. And what we try to do as advisors is to keep emotions out of the investing equation.
Well, I really appreciate the discipline that he's brought to my financial life.
And that does change things quite a bit.
We've planned out our investments over a long period of time, so we're not so worried about what happens in the market day to day. It's really a long-term strategy.
Get a little more information about
Our advisors take the time to get to know the client. We want to know your time horizon, your risk tolerance, your overall goals, so that it really works real well.
My advisor talks to me in a way that makes sense to me. And more importantly, he listens to me.
HD Vest representatives are holistic financial planners. We're worried about the entire life of our client, not just their money. Our desires is to serve our clients as their life stages change. Birth, death, losing a spouse, those are life-changing events that our Vest reps approach with sincerity, honesty, and concern. It's their life we want to work with, not just their money.
Well, when we first got started, we knew what we wanted, but we didn't know how to get there. And it was nice to have an advisor show us the strategies that we could pursue in order to get the kind of life that we wanted for ourselves.
Of course, there's really no place you can put your money that's risk-free. Even so-called safe investments, such as cash, can erode over time through the effects of inflation. To help find your risk tolerance, we will use a questionnaire to guide us.
And that risk tolerance questionnaire helps us to define where we need to be as far as proper asset allocation.
The professionals at HD Vest use a disciplined approach to portfolio management that we believe is critical to your long-term success. We use modern portfolio theory, which was introduced over 25 years ago. This theory shows that by allocating stock investments across different companies in many industries, the risks associated with these investments could be reduced. Later research found that by including bonds and fixed investments in the allocation, the overall portfolio risk could be reduced even further. 3 economists were awarded the Nobel Prize in Economics in 1990 for their work on this theory. Studies show that when dealing with time horizons of over 5 years, asset allocation is the single most important decision.
The asset allocation system will use many classes of assets, everything from cash to large cap, to international investing, to small cap. All of these are techniques of diversifying risk.
Another critical factor of asset allocation is your time horizon.
Time horizon is a huge part of it. For a client who doesn't need their money for a longer period of time, their portfolio would certainly look different than for someone who needs to start taking income from that portfolio immediately.
We really focus on preservation of capital and generating income if that's what's necessary for the client. By using proven strategies through modern portfolio theory, what we want to do is be able to put a client in a position where that they can weather the ups and downs of really uncertain markets.
Of course, all investing incurs some risk. Markets are inherently unpredictable, but our process is designed to help clients assess and balance risks suitable for their objectives through proper asset allocation and diversification.
That's just another way of saying you can't put all your eggs in one basket.
At HD Vest, a team of professionals works behind the scenes for you and your advisor.
Here in the trading room, we're taking care of the portfolios as they come in for the clients. We're matching it up with a model, making sure that it's in a diversified portfolio to meet the goals and objectives of the client.
Alongside this HD Vest team is a group of over 2,000 seasoned investment managers who use an abundance of research to specialize in their own unique area of the market. They will follow a disciplined approach to the buying and selling in their asset class.
My clients really like the fact that they don't really need to worry about day-to-day looking at the market and trying to determine should they be buying, should they be selling. We have a strategy in place that makes sense and that they're comfortable with.
One of the things that I like is that our advisor is constantly monitoring our portfolio. I certainly don't have the time, the knowledge, the wherewithal to do that, and I'm so glad that she is able to do that and keep us up to date on what's happening and where we are and where we're going.
A disciplined approach to investing means staying true to your long-term objectives. And that's put into practice through regular monitoring and rebalancing of your assets as they change due to market movement.
Things go up, things go down. Periodically, there is a need to bring it back to the standard from which we started.
History has shown that different sectors of the market move in different cycles. As a result, your portfolio makeup will change over time.
An example, 20% in large cap growth. And if our asset allocation gets, let's say, large cap growth does better than any other asset class, and it goes from 20% up to 26% of the portfolio, we will balance back to that 20% and we will buy something that's underperforming. Again, forcing us to sell something that's doing well, sell high, and buy something that's underperforming, buy low. Completely opposite of what you or I would do if we were just investing on our own.
The rebalancing of assets is both art and science. The art of knowing the person, the account, the risk, the science of knowing when to do it, the math behind it. HD Vest offers a system for doing that.
There's two ways that we will affect change within a portfolio. We will rebalance as a reaction to different market conditions to keep your portfolio balanced according to the model. We will remodel your portfolio when changes occur within your life that mean that your risk tolerance and time horizon have also changed. So we will remodel based on what goes on within your life, but we will rebalance based on what goes on within the market.
One of the things we all know is that things change as we go through life. And what I really appreciate is having an advisor that can adapt and help me adapt my plan to adjust to my life as it changes and it grows and it develops.
HD Vest Advisory Services are designed for the client that deserves that extra level of service.
Regular meetings keep you informed about your portfolio. They also keep us informed about you.
We certainly meet with our clients on a quarterly basis. I think that that's vital. They know that if they need me anytime in between there, it's a phone call. We don't just deal with how is my portfolio doing, but we deal with all aspects of what's going on in their lives.
We desire to stay up with our client because there are life-changing events that may force a need for reassessment. We're there to do that. That's what we do.
We believe you should have many ways to stay involved with the activity and performance of your portfolio. Information is available at your fingertips through myhdvest.com.
Just because I don't have to worry about the day-to-day running of my account doesn't mean I don't want to know what's going on. And I appreciate being able to check the account online. And in addition to the quarterly meetings, I can call my advisor at any time, and they're extremely responsive.
Consolidated quarterly reports bring together all your investment accounts into one easy-to-read summary.
We have a consolidated report that we look at, which is great.
We used to have tons of paperwork. We didn't know what went where, and now it's all right there in front of us and very easy to follow.
Flow here until we got into that. We can include their IRAs, we can include their Roths, we can include trust accounts, individual accounts, all together on one consolidated report so that they can see exactly the whole picture.
HD Vest Advisory Services is for those clients who want a higher level of service, access to leading investment experts, and an ongoing consultative approach to investment planning.
We always thought this kind of investing was for the ultra-rich. We didn't realize that it was really for everybody. And
people just like us.
Yeah.
HD Vest helps you create a plan that lets you focus on the things in your life that matter to you.
This is about life planning, not just investment planning.
We all know that life is uncertain, the markets are uncertain, we can't predict where the markets are going to go. But we hope by using a disciplined strategy, we can help the clients to potentially be at the place where they'd like to be in the future.
Talk to your HD Vest advisor about creating a strategy for managing risk, investing for retirement, planning for college, or to help you build a legacy to leave behind. Whatever your life goals may be.